My name's Sherry Sanders, and I'm a county extension agent working in White County as a part of the University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture, and this is AgricultHER. AgricultHER is a program where we celebrate and empower women working in the field of agriculture in the state of Arkansas. This month's feature is Colleen Ellzey Pallone from right here in Rosebud, Arkansas, located in White County. Colleen is the stallion breeding manager for the Rose of Sharon Ranch, and this is Colleen's story.
So I obviously go to the sixes, learned so much in such a short period of time. We were there for 6 months. There was 10 of us interns. Really great experience. I got to work with mares. We got to do foalings, which is still, foaling is my absolute favorite thing, no matter what. Like, it never gets old. So I learned so much from there. About halfway through our internship, they had one intern at a time on the stallion side, and the intern that was on the stallion side the first half was actually Dallas. And they were like, who wants to do the second half? And I was like, well, I'm not that interested in stallions, but I want to be well-rounded. I'll do the stallions. And because no one else really wanted to at that time, and I was like, I'll try it. And I loved the people that I worked with on the stallion side. They were so amazing. They mentored me, they answered all my questions, and I found that I was really interested in stallions, and so much more than I expected to be. So it kind of changed kind of my plans. And I was like, how can I do this every day? And like, I still wanted to work with the mares, but the stallion side is a lot of problem solving. It's a lot of, everything kind of fits in like this little area where there's a lot of rules to it, but you can work with the stallions a lot more. And there's a lot more that you can kind of do with them. So I was like, well, let's see. So I go back to Kentucky and I finish my degree. I look for jobs in the stallion world, and I found a job in Chesapeake City, Maryland. And I was like, this is like really across the country. Like, I'd already moved once or twice. I'd moved to Kentucky without knowing anybody, into Texas, and you know, that was a pretty big jump. But they still weren't that far from home. Chesapeake City, Maryland is 17 hours away from my hometown. So I was like, this is, you know, this is big. But I went ahead and I interviewed. I went out there for an in-person interview, absolutely fell in love with the company. It was Select Breeder Services. Their founder, Paul, was just incredible about explaining things, and you know, everybody was super helpful with like teaching, and I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I'm sure all of my family was very shocked. They were like, you're gonna move that far away? And I guess I didn't mention, but at the end of my internship, I started dating. At the end of my internship at the Sixes, I started dating my husband, who had also been an intern there. So we had continued dating, and this had been about a year or so in. So I started working this job at Select Breeders. Absolutely loved the job. Getting to work with stallions, we did a lot of frozen semen. We did like some problem stallions every once in a while. I even signed up for foal watch shifts every week because they had a mare side, and they had like optional like foal watch signups, and I really didn't know anybody there, have that much to do. So I was like, I'll do foal watch every week, and loved that because again, foaling is my favorite. As much as I love stallions, nothing beats the rush of foaling. So I kind of got to do both of that. I was about 2 hours away from an island called Chesapeake Island, which I had read stories about the Chesapeake ponies when I was growing up, and I was like, we got to start, you know, visiting this. So I would get Dallas, and we'd go up to Chesapeake, and it was super cool because we got to see the ponies, and they had like these roundups every spring, and I was like, this is cool. So I was a little obsessed with the Chesapeake ponies while I lived there, which I had always been kind of my whole life. and Dallas actually proposed to me on Assateague Island during the spring roundup. So that was super fun because it was just became a really special place to us. I think I spent my birthday there that year. Like we did a lot there.